I'm making an envelope junk journal, and in part 2 I'm going to be adding another layer on my painted envelopes using stamps, stencils, and some mark making. Welcome to the messy junk room where we create whatever. These are the painted envelopes that I did in part 1 of making this envelope junk journal. I did add 2 small ones. I knew I had them. I finally found them, so I'm going to add them to the mix. First thing I want to start with is some stamping. I'm going to use Stays On ink, jet black, and I'm going to start with script stamps. These generic cheap stamps. This one is my favorite. It always stays on the block. And then I have another one that goes up and down. This goes side to side. This one goes up and down, and it doesn't stick to the block anymore. It's got a couple of holes in it. And this one I use without the block. But I'm going to add a little bit to every envelope. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just coming in. Could do 2 at one time. Go like that. And then do it again on the back. That's a little something something. I'll move them off to the side. When the journal goes together, these envelopes, we're not going to see a lot of the flap. I can tell it's upside down. Bring in these little ones here. That one's very subtle. That's okay. And then I might go in with this one, ink it up, and then just come in and tap it. And so we're not looking for a perfect coverage. I do like this one. I'm not sure how juicy my ink is. And if you want a better coverage, we could go in with this, get it all juicy. And I have, I think it was called a Baron. I saw it on Carrie the Crafter. And he used it, and he uses it just to push down on the stamp. Mine is felt there, so it was sticking to the stamp. So I'm going to speed this up because all I'm using is the same stamp. And then once I have all of them inked, I will be back. There's no music or anything as I speed things up, as I don't want to get into trouble with copyright issues. So I may speed it up, I may turn it off and come back when I'm done. some you can see, some you can't. This batch of envelopes is a little bit darker than my other batch. It's just very subtle, and it's just another layer. The next layer I want to put is some stenciling. I'm using this stencil, just some nice holes, and I'm going to use warm white with a dry brush, and I'm using warm white just to lighten it up a little bit because I'm finding it really dark. Now I'm using my gel plate, which I've started to have out all the time. Now less is more when it comes to paint or ink. Let's see if this is going to work. Oh yeah, it's there. It's subtle. Yep. I wonder if there's a right side to a stamp. Interesting. I think I'm going to switch to a bigger dry brush. Just because it'll take me forever. So let's see what a bigger brush does. I'm not sure there's much of a difference, really. Get some more white cream. Maybe I've got the hang of it. It's looking good. Can see that it just adds a little something something. But I'm not done yet. And you can stop at any point you want for when it comes to decorating. On the back side, I'm going to use dandelion yellow. It's a nice bright color, and all you need for this mark making is like a credit card, or you could use the side of a ruler, anything that gives you a straight edge, because I want to make some marks. Something like that on the back side. Don't know if we'll see that. So again, it just adds a little something. I like the yellow because some of these were getting a little bit dark. So using the cream and yellow, it kind of just gives it a little brightness. You could stop at this juncture, but now I want to do some stencils using paste to give it a little bit more dimension, and I think I will use white. I'm going to use this texture paste. If you don't want white, you can add a color to it, but I'm going to stick with white. This was my December advent calendar, and inside, so I did a video and the second half I lost what I recorded. I don't know where it went because I had a cover. I was making a cover for this and it didn't work, so then I used washi tape to connect it. But inside is the stencils from the advent calendar, and I put the stencil that is in here up here so I knew which one. So it might be neat to have some alphabet. Oh no, not that one, not that one. There's some circles. No. Ooh, numbers. Alphabet and numbers. That's a star one. Flower. Oh, bigger numbers. Let's pull this one out and compare. You can tell I've used this quite a bit. I like it because it's big and they're not in order, as in 1, 2, 3, 4. More circles. Ooh, there's some text, but we already have text, so we don't need that. I actually did that twice by accident. We'll start with the numbers. We'll do numbers on one side and maybe the alphabet on the other side. Get my little, I don't know what you call this. Not sure. Open this up, and a little bit goes a long way. We'll start over here maybe. Just a little something something. Now if you don't like the partial numbers before it dries, you could wipe it off if you don't like that look. Baby wipe would probably be better, but you can go in and give it a little wipe. Just don't take out the number. But I'm okay if there's a little bit. That just adds some interest. We'll add some more. Get maybe that 7. That's 6. There we go. See, that brightens it up. Okay, I'm using that 7 a lot. What if we did maybe 8 and the number 1 and 2? Not the best application. I moved it. Maybe that's 0. Maybe the 9. And the 3. Oh, maybe the 6. Oh, maybe the 2. Part of the 2. I think it just adds so much. I'm going to continue on doing this, and I will be back when I have numbers on all of the envelopes and that they're dry, so we can add the next layer, which will be the alphabet. As you can see, it has the numbers. Now, I did use the small numbers to see if I liked it here and there instead of grouped together. It's a personal preference whether or not you want them spread out or if you like them together. They're not 100% dry, but dry enough to move on. I was going to do the alphabet stenciling with the paste, but it's taking too long to dry, and there's not looking too good, as I probably should have waited a little bit longer, but I want to get this done. I did a little bit of an experiment before I turned the camera back on. If I can find it. I really like this stamp, but it does not stamp very well. I tried with the gold, and this is what it looks like. I mean, it might be okay if you're just looking for a layer. I don't want to do the alphabet stencil because they're all A, B, C, D, E, F, G in order. But I did find a stamp that has, can you see? Probably can't see that very good. That makes it even worse. Oh, maybe if I take this little journal, see it a little bit better. The alphabet's all mixed up. So I did use it on one of the envelopes. Which one? I'm not sure where I put it. But, oh, here it is. That's what it looks like. And I want to do it in gold to give a little bit of, you know, something. I'm brushing the gold on. I have my gel plate to the side, and I'm just brushing the paint on. And then coming in and stamping it. And to get an even coat. Now let's see. So again, very, very subtle. And then I'll just do it again just to see if I can get any more off. A little bit. And this will dry much faster than the paste. Not sure if there's a better way to do this. I don't know. going to be covered in gold. Doesn't need to be perfect. I would like some of it to come off the page. So maybe if I did this, I could get 2 done. Ooh. To dry, and then there's a little bit there. Let's see if I can get any more off there. Okay, I'm going to keep doing that, and then I will be back with them all dried and ready to see if we are done with our layers. And the envelopes are done, I think. There was some gold paint still left, so some of them got a splatter of gold. This is going to be a very colorful journal. This is my least favorite envelope, just because I put the jelly plate right on the envelope and was left with, of course, the jelly plate shape. But I do like the back. This one has the gold splatter. Some of this may or may not be covered up. I really like square envelopes. I don't know why. I don't have very many. And I'm not sure where to find them. So in the next video, we will be putting the journal together. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Mark that little bell to all notifications so you don't miss an episode here on Create Whatever. Do leave a comment, a thumbs up, because I'd love to know that there's people out there. And then you will not miss any videos. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.